So then the question are algebra, graphs agus functions, sets agus patterns agus sequences gent again. So then we go archer cut then the numbers and arithmetic questions. So then we go all fríd the question the leg vínia víle sa hawk jig. Agus in sin hira had couple shaft in yele bein the question the shahala genu ogavsha. So nia shala genu shaft in your wang tam shaw I know well could you war question the on. So but heglib just abru free. So yeah, vi les a hawk j kesh heen dog quig she shack j. Okay, Martin is saving to buy a bike. My Martin. He has €100 saved to begin with, and he saves another 20 each month. Work out how much in total Martin will have saved after 4 months. So tá €100 sa bank againish. Na sé what againish. Tá seo gála hewal €50 ile a hanvi €20 per month. How much in total will he have in 4 months? So ma vedin much if fihi seo fa ceher, you multiply 20 by 4, you image €8, €80. So in 4 months he'll have saved an extra €80. But to find out how much he will have saved in total, we will take €100 and add €80 to it. So in total, Martin will have saved €180. The bike costs €240. Work out how many months in total Martin must save in order to have enough to buy the bike. So a bike the year going €240 for the bike. So we'll work out how many months Martin needs to save for. So we €100 again. So tá sin is sa bank aga hennefin. So rud tá go yenu na tá go laku chéad ceraha 240, the price of the bike, minus what he already has saved, 100. So tá chéad ceraha fuecaga. La fuela ma cyfed mi a tá se go laku da Martin céad ceraha euro a hewal. Nuair tá se curriúil €50 a han vi. Rinnumuid an Evershaw fa fihe. So to find out how long it's going to take Martin to save €140 when he is saving €20 per month, we're going to divide 140 wrench at a fihe. Agus fáinmuid seachtal. Shaft, 7. So Martin will have to save for 7 months in order to be able to afford the bike. Lisa is saving to buy a laptop. It costs €320. Each week she saves the same amount of money. She has €50 saved to begin with. After 18 weeks, Lisa will have exactly enough money saved to buy the laptop. Work out how much money Lisa saves every week. So shop, our grand total is €320. So we're gonna take €50 out of that because that's what she had to begin with. So 320 minus 50. Yeah, here's shack though, 270. So this is the amount of money she saved in 18 weeks. So to find out how much she's putting away every week, we divide that number by 18 and we end up with 270 divided by 18. 15. So Lisa is saving €15 every week in order to have enough to buy a laptop in 18 weeks. So sin an chéad ceist, so nis ceiste dó. So Jacob makes a 4-digit password using the digits of his date of birth. He doesn't use any digit more than once. Write down a password that Jacob could make that is an odd number. So we want an odd number. We want the password to be an odd number, so that means that the number has to end with an odd number. The number in this last box has to be odd. So we could pick 5, 1, or 9. So we'll put in 5, say 5 in this last box. And then it doesn't make any difference what order we pick. From here we could say 2105 is a password that Jacob could use could make that would be an odd number. It has to be a multiple of 5. So what do we know about multiples of 5? Ma vedin much redde be fa quig. If we multiply anything by 5, the number will either end in a 0 or a 5. Think about it. Quig fa heen, a quig fa do, j. Quig fa tri, quig jig, quig fa ceher, fihe, and so on. The number will either end with a 5 or a 0. So hochlan ni re gur ever gur digit na password a hochula Jacob usage na quig do heen nefni. Write down the largest number that Jacob could use as a password. So the largest number that he could use as a password. So what we need to do is take the biggest numbers and put them first. So the biggest one is 9. So 9 followed by 8, followed by 5, followed by 2. So if we try that in any other order, it would not be the biggest number. If we had gone 1, 8, 5, 2, we would be 8,000 short of the biggest possible number we could have made. So, sin ceist dó. And then ceist a quig. So the following is part of a bus timetable from Galway to Limerick. So bus timetable, Galway, Oranmore, Gort, Ennis and Limerick. The time that the bus is leaving these places is given here. So this is the first bus, the second bus and the third bus. James lives in Oranmore. He needs to be in Limerick by 9:30. What is the latest time that James can get the bus from Oranmore? So he needs to be in Limerick by 9:30. That means any bus that is in Limerick later than 9:30 is out of the question. So this one here is no good for James. He would miss his appointment. But this bus here would get James into Limerick with 5 minutes to spare. So he would need to get the bus that leaves Oranmore at 7:28. How long does this bus journey take from Oranmore to Limerick? So how long does it take for the bus to get from Oranmore to Limerick? It leaves Oranmore at 7:28 and it arrives in Limerick at 9:25. So if we think about it, the bus gets to Limerick just 3 minutes shy of 3 minutes shy of 2 hours it takes. So if we were to take, we do need to change into minutes and subtract one from the other. So if we took 9:25, that's 0.925 minus 0.728. So 8 out of 5 can't do that. So quick jig luja hocht a shacht. So we have to take a full hour over. So we'll change this to 8 and add 6 to this, so we would end up with 7. And that would be 57. And then Seach de Mazacht Heen. So it takes 1 hour and 57 minutes for the bus to get from Oranmore to Limerick. It takes Gina 1 hour and 15 minutes to drive from Oranmore to Limerick. What fraction of an hour is 15 minutes? So we put 15 minutes over the amount of minutes in 1 hour, 60. And we end up with 14, 1/4, 1/4. So, Quig jig, head a shaska, agus fine much heen head a keher. The distance from Oranmore to Limerick is 90 kilometres. Work out Gina's average speed for the journey in kilometres per hour. And Shrianthan, Daddy's silly triangle. Distance, speed and time. So if we want to work out speed, we'll put our finger over the speed and we're left with d over t, distance over time. If we wanted to work out distance, we would put our finger over the distance and we'd be left with speed multiplied by time. So we're looking for speed. So the speed codermla, now luas codermla fad or distance over time. So ta luas codermla fad har So in fad a ten taurus nan liha kilometre. 90 kilometres. Heda and Tom a loch shadihe. And the time it took her was 1 hour and 15 minutes. We can't write 1.15 for 1 hour and 15 minutes because there isn't 100 minutes in an hour. There's 60 minutes in an hour. So we found out that 15 over 60 was equal to 1/4. The machine had a calculator. It's 0.25. So, the machine go lachar. Heen punche da quig uar in Shaw. 1.25 hours because 15 minutes is 1/4 of an hour. And when we put that into the calculator, we get 72 kilometres per hour. Oisín earns €30,000 per year. He pays tax at 20%. Work out Oisín's gross tax for the year. So gross tax is just the gross pay or his salary multiplied by the rate of tax. So, Trahamila, Medifa, Fihe, and but the Shivagusa Shan calculator, the percentage button is somewhere here, I think. But it is in Shabru to shift, I guess I shall was and shop. By 20%, I guess I would Shevile. So, Shevile ata Oisín ig in Cain a Hanblian. 6,000 is what Oisín is paying in tax every year. Oisín's tax credits are 3,300 per year. Work out his net pay. So a tax credit is a bit of the tax that you don't have to pay. So see me every week. When I get my salary on my payslip, it will say your salary was, for example, it's not my weekly salary. For example, €10,000. And I have to pay tax at a rate of 20%. So 10,000, do not tell people that I have a salary of €10,000 per week. It is not true in any way, shape or form. So say I was paying €2,000 in tax per week, but the revenue said, or the government has these tax credits that say you don't have to pay maybe 1100 or 1100 of that. That's my tax credit. So I take it out of my total tax and I'm left with this. And this is the tax that actually comes out of my pocket. So even though I was being taxed at 20%, 20% of my pay was not going out of my pocket. My net tax minus my tax credit is what's coming out of my pocket. So net tax, gross tax, Jesus. Gross tax. Luige tax credit. Agus bhearann sin an net tax then. So, ring me má gur 6,000 an gross tax a bhí áisiúin ag íc. Luige an tax credit that 3,300. Agus a sin codim le 10,700. So this is actually the amount of tax áisiún's paying. But we want to find out what his net pay is for the year. So we're going to take his total pay, his gross pay here, and we're going to take the tax out of it. So we're going to say €3,000. Luige €10,700. So €3,000. Luige €10,700. Agus tá 27,300 a gáil mála le áisiún a handlíonn. So that is the amount of wages that áisiún is taken home every year. Aoife's weekly pay was €800 and she got a pay rise of 5%. Work out Aoife's weekly pay after the pay rise. So, €800 multiplied by 5%. Méid Aoife chuig fan géad. So, €8 méid Aoife chuig fan géad. So, how much ceatha? 40. So, to find out what she is getting per week after the pay rise, tá muid go le hemu €8 le €4. Agus muid €8 agus sin an poige uair a teag Aoife. Amina wants to buy a pair of runners. She can buy them online for £51.24. The currency conversion rate is that €1 is equal to 90 pence. Convert £51.24 to euro and give your answer correct to the nearest cent. So, mata euro wang codim la no hapin. A red mit gal yenu na tamit gal wrench. Kiga hin kera fi keher wrenchen van yevni punchin li. I guess fine much. So it's 51 is the Sean Punty pounds 24 pence. And the ringing much when we divide this by the exchange rate, fine much. Kiga €6 correct to the nearest cent, so 93 cent. So if we are going from pound to euro, we divide. If we're going from euro to pound, we multiply. So pound to euro, wrench, euro to pound, méadú. Okay? The same runners are for sale in a local sports shop for €65. Amina has a voucher for 15% off anything she buys in the shop. Work out how much the runners will cost Amina if she uses this voucher. So, €65 multiplied by 15%. Agus foin muid €9 sharp cent. So Shaw read it as she fell off. That's the amount she's getting off the runners. So if we take that out of the 65, when you muid sin ma has a shaska quig, you muid ma cévéid a te a mina golachahu na braga. So ma dermuid shaska quig luja and figure a formage. It's 55 525. So that is the amount that Amina would pay in the shop. So it's cheaper for her to get them in the shop than online, even if online looked cheaper because she has this 15% off voucher. The local sports shop buys t-shirts for €20 each and sells them for €28 each. Work out the profit on each t-shirt in euro. So they buy them for 20 and sell them for 28. So €8, so the sale price minus the cost price, and we get €8. So if we work out we're going to work out the profit made. It's €8. To work out the percentage profit as a percentage of the cost price, could image a profit a brabus, hera an beige chasnisha, agus medi fa céad hera heen. We're going to put 8 over 20 multiplied by 100 over 1. Agus you image keraha fan gate. 40%. They're making a 40% profit on every t-shirt they sell. So double check. It's Kesha Shard and Kesha J. So Kinawang Ella. So write the following 4 numbers in order from the smallest to the biggest. Easiest thing to do here, put them in decimals. So hidkin, da puncha chdi keher, darnikin, luja chdi, and fleo kerna da quig, square root of 5. Mud just a calculator, bain mud da puncha da keher, agus and shin da. So from smallest to largest, tasha mud la luja chdi, because David must just meet you at a number line. Nevni and Shaw, heen, da, chdi, keher, luja heen, luja da, luja chdi, luja keher. So the rest of the numbers are all in here, around here on the number line. Luja chdi is down here. I guess I should Shaw, ni slew, not I should Shaw. So, luja chdi and ever slew. And shin, hid ever illa slew, na, do. And shin do puncha do keher, agus do puncha chdi keher. So, write each of these 4 numbers into the correct region of the Venn diagram below, where R is the set of real numbers, Z is the set of integers, and N is the set of natural numbers. And one has been done for you already. So natural numbers. Shin evraha aleg ate there have to be whole numbers evraha omlan agus kaishid eva nis mona nevni. So ever omlan is chri na da, one of those two, but kaisha eva nis mona nevni. So we'll luja chri nis mona nevni, ni alta ni slew. So it has to be da. So the da golishtahan sha to the natural number circle. Nish integer. An integer is a whole number, but it can be positive or negative. So ni kaisha eva nis mona nevni, but kaisha eva ever omlan. So shin luja chri. agus an sin an ever nachhfuil in the natural number integer ná real number ná a seo. An third. Actually, bhí sé contráilte tú iad seo scríbiste mar seo, bhí cheart tú an third a thuirste mar sin. Go muisceil. So a third is an irrational number. It's not a rational number, it's an irrational number. So tá sé tíim mhuihin seo. Okay? So sin na ceisní le go bhíad a fepar sin in numbers and arithmetic. Could I sos listed in the ceisní tá ma geirí genta a han seachtain agus chuigí ho gomiad agus mat a ceisní beagah just curt scartear ar in the curt teachtar at go na bhall.